Sadly, this is the last episode of the Christmas table. We did everything from chicken to beef to pork to fish, and we even did a vegan feast. The whole point of these videos that we've been posting every day is to help you throughout this Christmas process and Christmas rush to make a beautiful dish and feast for your family or friends that you can do in a very, very quick time to get you out of the kitchen and into the living room or wherever you're gonna spend your time together and hanging out with people. So we already did fish. Now we're doing something with some shrimp, some squid, and it's gonna be beautiful and so tasty. So let's grab what we need here from Landers and then head back to the kitchen.
Let's make a fire, just me and you. Talk about all that we can do. We gon' make this December a Christmas to remember. We gon' make this December a Christmas to remember.
We've made it. It's December 24. This is the 6th of the 6 video series, the Christmas table, where we've been showing you dishes that you can make for holiday, basically something that you can put at the centerpiece of the table that everyone can feast on. But more importantly, getting you in and out of the kitchen very quickly. If by tonight you're cooking tomorrow and you still don't have a menu, you are in trouble, my friend. So I got the video for you to make a really quick festive looking feast, but it's only gonna take you 45 minutes as long as you have all the ingredients set up and ready to go. So we're attempting to make the perfect Christmas seafood boodle. First dish is the centerpiece of the whole thing, and it's the rice. We want to make a beautiful rice that's infused with the flavors of the sea in the form of mussels, that's cooked more in a French style with some white wine, some butter, some parsley, some salt, some pepper, and all of that will be tossed together with some beautiful fluffy white rice. First step, we're going to cook the mussels. A little bit of oil goes into the pan, a nice healthy serving of garlic. Let that garlic really infuse its flavor into the oil. To that, I'm gonna add in some parboiled mussels and then a little bit of white wine. At this point, we're just waiting for the acidity of the white wine to kind of dissipate. Chop up some parsley, toss that in, some butter, and just let all those flavors get together. Season with a bit of salt. Grab a bigger pan, a bit of oil, some garlic, the white stalks of the leeks. We're just letting this brown nicely. I'm then gonna salt the garlic and the leeks and then toss in our rice. You can use white rice, brown rice, really up to you. Perfect rice for fried rice is some day-old rice. And then mix everything together. A little bit of vegetable stock. And then we're gonna toss in all the mussels inside. The vegetable stock kind of helps just rehydrate the whole rice and then basically makes it nice and combined just like this. And that dish is basically done. The second dish you want to complement all of this, and we're gonna use some shrimp. So we've got some really small shrimp, but to give it a different flavor that probably most of you are used to, we're gonna be cooking it down with some peanuts or some peanut butter to give it kind of like that satay vibe. Again, a little bit of oil in the pan, garlic, then we're gonna toss in some clean deveined shrimp that we basically just blanch for about 2 minutes. Once the garlic has a little bit of color and the shrimp have kind of like released their natural juices, very simple, we're gonna go in with a heaped tablespoon of peanut butter, fish sauce, and some sesame oil. You really want that to be nice, chunky, and thick, just like this. I'm gonna slice up the green parts of the leeks, and that gets tossed in with the shrimp. Our shrimp at this point are basically done. What's a boodle fight without some squid? Usually people will just have some grilled squid or some deep fried calamari. But if you want something even quicker, this is a nice little stir fry that you can put together in a cinch. All we're looking to do here is cook the squid in a little bit of its ink with some tomatoes, bringing in some sweetness and some acidity, and just really cooking it down until all of it's beautifully covered with sauce. Grab your squid, make sure to remove this little plastic feeling thing. We can separate the heads and the body if you want, and then you can kind of clean out the sack in the middle as well. Make sure to also remove the little mouth that's inside and quite bony. This little pesky thing, which is usually quite hard to get. And we're just gonna chop up the body. This is gonna be a nice quick stir fry, so garlic goes in, oil is nice and hot. Body follows, and the heads. Rice wine vinegar to deglaze. A little bit of tomato sauce, some tomato paste, some sesame oil, some fish sauce, and just mix it all together. Let that bubble away nicely. For the vegetables, really simple. Eggplant is a staple in any boodle fight. Usually, again, it's either grilled or fried and then tossed in with some soy sauce. Here we want to keep things very simple. We're just going to fry some eggplants and then toss it with some sesame oil and some miso paste. Slice them up. Cook one side first. You'll see that eggplants really absorb oil quite quickly. At this point, you'll notice that the eggplants have no seasoning. So you get a bowl out, place in some sesame oil, and just a tiny bit of miso. Mix that together with a bit of our rice wine vinegar, and then we're gonna add this slurry to the eggplants. And finally, to put it all together, a little bit of greens in the form of cigarillas, one of my favorite ones because it retains kind of like that crunchiness and freshness. And we're gonna cook that very traditionally with some coconut milk. Some oil and some garlic. We're gonna grab our cigarillas. That gets cooked down with the garlic. Once you have a little bit of color, add in some vegetable stock just to help cook them through. Bit of fish sauce. Coconut milk goes in with the cigarillas. I'm just gonna wait for that to thicken and add in a little bit of pepper to it. Once you've got like that nice thick sauce cloying to the cigarillas, you're done. So place the mussels and the rice right at the center. We're then gonna take our shrimp, put that to the side. Squid goes on the other side. Cigarillas and our eggplants. This looks absolutely beautiful, and I love how eclectic it is, and it just looks so tasty. We'll try the rice first. Slightly buttery, and then it has kind of those seafood notes from the mussels that are in there. The parsley, the white wine really just complements the dish nicely. If you haven't tried peanut butter with shrimp before, it's kind of like shrimp satay. This is like a quick version. Really hearty, delicious. Kind of has like some sweetness undertones. That's really nice. Try one of the mussels. Nice and simple. Eggplants, super tender. And I love caramelized eggplants. And it just absorbs that oil, so it's like really mushy. Cigarillas. Very simple, something that you've probably tried before, but it just brings a nice hint of freshness to the whole dish. And finally, our squid. Perfectly tender, slight acidity because of the rice vinegar. And I think it's cool that you got kind of this black element on the plate. If you were to serve this in any Christmas occasion, they will love you for it. This was a small format, but you can make this like absolutely huge, kind of like a boodle, and put it on some banana leaves and stuff like that. And it's such a different way of preparing a Filipino style boodle with just local ingredients and just making it nice and festive. So this is the last video. So if you guys haven't checked out all the other videos, please do. We did chicken, vegan, pork, beef, fish, and finally this seafood platter. So check out the whole Christmas table series, and hopefully it helped you out this season, and we will do more next Christmas. But if you're wondering what's gonna happen next on the channel, in January, we're switching it back to healthy eating because everyone's gonna wanna stick to their resolutions. So we already have a bunch of videos planned for you guys. So make sure you watch all of those. And I think this is the last video of the year. So Happy New Year. See you in 2020. Peace out.